your dog gets hit by a car, cuts itself badly on barbed wire, or is shot, you may be facing a catastrophic bleed situation. I'm Tim Bainbridge from Longboat Ron. We're going to talk about how to stop catastrophic bleedings in our friend Alfie here. The anatomy of a dog is different to that of a human, obviously. All of their arteries are protected much more by their body. Their arms, or their front legs, their back legs are in closer to the body all the time. So it's unlikely that your dog is going to have a catastrophic bleed unless it's actually lost part of the limb. If it has, direct pressure is the best and first option. Plenty of pressure directly on the wound. If you can't stop the bleeding, then you're going to have to go for an artery. In the front legs, it's the brachial artery, runs down the inside, and then the back legs is same as ours, the femoral artery. Slide your hand along the body into the armpit or the groin, fingers up towards the leg, feeling for the pulse. You'll find it pretty quickly. Then you're putting pressure upwards, artery against the bone. They're not going to like it, which is why you need to consider muzzling them before you do this. If they're standing up, which dogs will do if they're stressed, you're going to have to put them down onto the floor because it's going to be much easier. This is not going to be easy, team. Your dog's going to be in life-threatening distress. You're going to have to get them down to the floor. If you've got somebody else with you who can hold them down whilst you do this procedure. If you've got a tennis ball, you can put that up into the armpit or in the groin as well. Once you've found the artery, tennis ball under your fingers, squeeze that. That spreads the pressure more and helps close more of the artery. Once you've done that, keep the pressure on until you can get them to your veterinarian. Whilst you're waiting, you've got to keep them warm. You don't want them going into shock. Now, yes, you can put a coat or a blanket over the top of them. Of course, that's absolutely great. But let's not forget heat rises and cold gets sucked down. So if they're lying on the ground, like on the wet grass here, or on tarmac, or even worse, concrete, that is going to suck heat and life-giving energy out of them. So make sure you get a blanket or some kind of thermal protection underneath them as well. And then off to the vets and the hospital. You can use a tourniquet. It needs to be a SWAT T tourniquet, the elasticated kind. And because of the shape of the legs, it's got to go up really high. So it's above the last joint, right in there and really tight with the front leg, and same with the back leg. If you have it any lower, it's just going to slide off because of the conical shape of dogs. Thanks very much for this question. I think it's a really good question. Believe it or not, we love hanging around the dogs, although goodness knows where he's gone now. Keep asking us questions. Like, subscribe, please share this because we love our dogs, don't we? And the last thing we want to do is for one of them to die for a preventable blood loss. I'm Tim Bainbridge, and I'll see you next time on Ask the Team.